it goes on at break time. I'm so sorry because sometimes it's really just great.
I feel sorry too.
We have with us Bree Hilliard. She is the marketing communications
Specialist. Yes.
At North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. And you said that there's a whole team of you. But first of all, I want to know what that is, what's your goal, what you do, and then who else might be on your team, and then we'll talk.
So I'm part of the marketing team at North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. All three of us that make up the team are fairly new to the hospital. Our fearless leader, as we call her, Martha Hendricks, the director of marketing, and we are also the strategic communication and marketing team. And I'll kind of let you know what that means. But she has been here for about 6 months, and then Jessica Kipling and I have been back in the area for about 4 months or so. Our goal is really to get the message about the hospital out into the community, and also get our internal message to our staff and those that make up the NARMC team. There's so many really great things happening at NARMC, and we are just excited to be able to tell those stories and be able to just let the community know what we have going on.
Well, what are some of the internal things that I don't know?
Right.
So one thing is, a few years ago, they started hiring physicians to be a part of the NARMC team. I'm sure that you've heard about that. And we have several clinics in the area, and even some rural clinics outside of the area that are also make up the NARMC team. And so right now, one of the main things we're focusing on is our core business, which is the physicians working with the patients in the clinics, and then also working with the patients in the hospital and the outpatient care. We have so many professionals and skilled people that make up the NARMC team. A lot of people don't realize we have our own pharmacy there in the hospital. They are doing a lot of great work when it comes to diabetes and COPD efforts and things like that. Also medication reconciliation. They are working, we actually have a person from the pharmacy team in the ER that is working together to kind of take some of that load off the ER nurses and to help them help the patients get a full list of what they're taking, whether that's over the counter, if it's herbal supplements, or if it's actually prescription medications, which can then help save patients' lives so that they're not taking things that contradict each other.
Yeah, right.
So that's one thing. We also have dietitians on staff that work with our nutrition team. We have so many different jobs and opportunities for people inside the hospital, and I don't think people realize all the things that we have to offer.
Okay.
Very possibly so.
Yeah, and including, I could just talk for hours about the different things we have, but including rehab and things like that. And one of the very exciting news that we had this week, one of the ways that we are graded as a hospital is through just different levels and awards and things that we get throughout the year. And Health Grades is it's a national recognition that they go through.
Is it an independent company?
It's an independent company,
Yeah, okay.
and they go through and they grade hospitals throughout the year.
Right.
And we just received a 5-star rating for our knee replacement surgeries.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is great to know that people have that 5-star
It gives you
service
confidence
here.
when you're looking for a physician to perhaps perform that type of surgery.
Exactly,
Sure.
exactly. And so people can know that here at NARMC that they are getting 5-star service.
And that's not the first time that the hospital has gotten that 5-star rating having to do with total joint replacement.
Correct. I know that several years in the past we've also received that, but we're excited going into 18 that we can say that as well.
You bet.
And I think also one thing that I want to just stress is a lot of times people don't realize that NARMC is actually the second largest employer in Boone County. And these aren't just people who come in from outside of the area. These are your friends, your family, your neighbors, right here in the area. In last year alone, we did $1.1 million of charity care. And then we have about a $1.78 million investment into the community. That's the type of economic impact that we make in the community. And so we're proud to be here, but we also just want people to understand that we play a vital role in this community as well.
One thing that I think people in the community are quite aware of is the wellness outreach that you guys have with free clinics and free screenings and those kind of things.
Right.
Are those still slated to continue.
They are, and actually, over the past weekend, we actually had a health fair at NARMC. We had a health and wellness fair. It was the first time that we actually had it in the hospital, and we had about 17, 18 different departments that actually participated in this Saturday morning fair. We gave out free flu shots. We had blood pressure screenings. If you didn't know your blood type, which I honestly did not, so I had them test my blood type. I now know that I'm O positive, and I know that that's very much needed whenever it comes to giving blood.
You bet.
And so we have people from rehab, from behavioral health, from our clinics, our clinic portal. We had all sorts of people represented, and we are planning on continuing that effort and hopefully also growing that as well and offering different things to the community. We want to be seen as a health information hub. We don't want people to just think, oh, I just need NRMC when I need to go to the ER or when I'm sick.
Right.
We want people to know that we have experts on hand and that we're available to you 24/7.
Part of the whole deal is to combat early on. I mean, or not even let yourself get to the point of being sick. So like you said, blood pressure screenings, that's always a good thing for people to know before it's a problem.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And like I mentioned earlier, we have people on our staff in the pharmacy and even some of our nutrition people that work with diabetes patients and trying to help them. They meet once a month and give them nutrition tips and how to keep their diabetes at a good level and without it getting worse. And we are also working on our COPD efforts. And so we're all about just continuing and helping keep people well. And one other thing I want to mention, two things if you don't mind. We have an event that we started that we're going to be doing quarterly called NARMC Spotlight. Just like the health grades we mentioned, we are also a recipient this year of the Arkansas Governor's Achievement Award. And things like that and promotions, we are going to be celebrating those once a quarter at NARMC in the first floor lobby. And so we invite everybody to come out. Our very first one in September had a huge success. We had, I think, about 100 or more people that came out to celebrate the great things happening at NARMC. Our next one, mark your calendars now, is December 28th. I know that's right in the middle of holiday season, but we still hope we have a great turnout. Our nutrition team will be working on some great hors d'oeuvres. It'll be from 4:30 till about 6, and Vincent Least, the president and CEO, will be saying some remarks.
What part of the hospital will this be in?
It'll be in the first floor lobby, so in the new tower,
Right.
in our beautiful new lobbies that have a great view of Harrison, and we'll be there. So be sure to stop by after work. It's in those hours, 4:30 to 6, so you can stop by on your way home, get some hors d'oeuvres, celebrate what's going on. Also, if you have a child, or if you happen to be a child, maybe you're at home sick or something today, and you love art, we have a great opportunity for you. We are hosting the Healing Power of Art competition. We are going to be displaying artwork from area students K through 12 in our halls, and we're going to be taking those submissions October 24th and 25th. You can check out our website, www.narmc.com, for that information. But we encourage people to log on and find out more about that. The theme is compassion and hope, and so we hope some students give us some great artwork that we can display throughout our halls.
Good.
Again, reaching out to the community.
Yeah,
I mean, involving the community
Sure,
in that.
absolutely.
That's great.
I think one thing people notice when they drive by the hospital, of course, we're all used to the tower, the new
You bet.
construction there.
Yes.
But, we see the Aerovac, which they're not a part of that. They're an independent
Correct.
contractor,
Correct.
but they've decided to be, close to, and it kind of accentuates what the hospital is doing about emergency care, which leads me into the statement of the new EMS facility, the ambulance. I don't know. We used to call it the ambulance garage, but I don't know what. I'm sure they call it
EMS station. I don't know
EMS
if I know
station.
the
Probably
exact
something more proper.
term. Right.
But they've gone from a 4 to 5 bay to however many bays they've got now.
Right.
So I mean that is just a bigger commitment on North Arkansas Regional Medical Center's part to service the area as far as emergency needs go.
And what many people may not know is that we are one of 4 hospitals in the state of Arkansas that own our own EMS group.
Right.
So a lot of times the ambulance systems in a town or in a community are an independent-based company, but not with NARMC. We've had our own EMS department since 1969, and they've not gone anywhere. And so we have an incredible EMS department that take that emergency care seriously.
And somebody probably has looking at the numbers and said, this is very viable to keep and to expand.
Exactly.
And not only do they have a presence in Harrison, but they're in Diamond City and also in
Marshall
Marshall
and-
and different places
Yes, and
too.
we have substations that are also help get to those areas faster. And also moving it closer to the hospital, moving it closer to the middle of town will hopefully help us when, I know that I read recently that majority of our calls are right in the center of town. And so that will allow us to hopefully even get to somebody, even if it's a minute sooner,
Sure.
it will definitely
It could
help.
be it could be a life-saving moment.
It
so.
could be, for sure.
Yeah.
So for people out there that have not heard much about North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, they have a team now to make sure that you see them more often and on a more frequent basis.
Yes, and be sure to check out our Facebook page. We're on Facebook, North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. We recently revamped our website. We now have a blog. So we have lots of information on our blog, things happening within the hospital, but we also want to offer tips and different things about how to stay healthy. Or one of our recent blog posts is for caregivers of Alzheimer's patients. We have so many experts in different fields that we want to make sure that their message is getting out to the public. And so we just encourage everyone to check out the website, check out Facebook, stay up to date with us because we've got lots of good things happening.
Okay.
Spree, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you for
here.
having me.
And it's nice to meet you for the first time. And
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have you back. And please, if there's anything that's going on with North Arkansas Regional Medical Center, please let us know, and we'll be glad to have you on or cover the event.
We
You
will
bet.
stay in touch. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you. Up next, we're going to be continuing our series with Tonette Madison from the Boone County Heritage Museum. She's brought some things today that she wants to talk about. I think also there's a fundraiser. That's right. We talked about that last time, but we're going to talk about that a little more in depth in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.